Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today I'm going to have to do a redo here, folks. I had spent the last hour and hour and 20 minutes or something like that recording a video that had raids gameplay on it that was showcasing my claw and climb from the bottom of the gold 3 bracket up to advancing into gold 2, which is kind of what I like to do. I like to bounce between gold 2 and gold 3, and I had that on there, and it was some really good gameplay and some really good strategy talk about raids mechanics. But then the main focus of the video was about a bug in the raid system that I wanted to talk about. Unfortunately, something went wrong with that video. I have no clue what happened because it's never happened to me before. About 17 minutes into the video, the video itself froze and the audio was going along just fine. So while the rest of my audio was playing out, everybody was stuck looking at the same screen for like an hour. So I had to just delete that video and start over because I couldn't leave that up there in its current form. So that was just kind of a wash. So I'm going to go back, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to have the raids climb in this video because that's over with. The season's already expired. So I'm just going to talk about the bug in the raid system that one of my house members keeps bringing up to me, because he keeps saying, hey man, you need to do a video on this because the developers need to see this. It's really broken and it's something that's just absolutely not cool. And I finally listened to him. This was like the second or third time he brought it up to me today. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a video about raids today anyway. Today is going to be a good day to actually talk about that because it has to do with what I was doing, climbing the raid ladder. So now that member is a bug tester. He's one of my house members. I really appreciate him. He's been in my house since day one pretty much, and he has shown me that a free-to-play player can actually be effective in this game, because that's what he's done with that account. He's raised it up from free to play, and I don't think he's hardly spent any money on that account at all, but yet he's one of the top players in my house and in the game, and I really think he's super cool. So I wanted to give him a shout out for, you know, basically bringing this to my attention because I never noticed it before. I have seen some people on the official Discord make a post saying, hey, does anybody notice this? But he was the one that really, you know, kept showing me screenshots over and over and over and said, hey, say something. And he has made support tickets about it as well. And after we get done talking about it, I'm actually going to show you something really cool that he got from support today while I was filming that first video that proves to us that the development team of the game is aware of this bug and they are about to fix it. So I'm going to give you the proof that this is going to get fixed also. If it's something that you've been dealing with and you would like to know that, hey, it's going to go away, because it is a big deal when you really think about it. Now, the issue that I'm talking about is whenever you select an opponent to fight in the raids mechanic, they show up in your initial selection screen as 1 power and 1 hit point total, and then when you fight them, they mysteriously, every single character has more hit points than they did before. And I'm not just talking about 10 or 15 more hit points. I'm talking about like 20 to 40. I have seen some of the characters have 40,000 more hit points than they did before. And it doesn't matter who it is. It happens to every single hero, every single opponent you match with. You may not have noticed it because it takes a little detective work to see it, but I'm just going to pick a guy at random and I'll show you. This guy right here, I hit him on my search, okay, because why not? He was going to be a good target for me at the time because he was giving me like 36 trophies. It's reset now because it's a new season, so, you know, whatever. We'll just go ahead and choose a new one just so you know that I'm not rigging this in any manner. Okay, this guy's going to give me 40 trophies. He's 421,000 power. He's obviously lower power than me, but what I want to show you is I'm just going to pick a guy at random, and I'm going to look at his Ned, okay? It would be the same for every single one of these characters, but I'm only going to do one because I don't want to get too many hit point totals going on out there, or else we'll lose track of what we're talking about and it won't be as effective. So let's look at his account and let's look at his Ned. We'll see the hit points before I go to battle with him and the hit points after, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you want to actually look at this character's heroes individually, you have to click on their portrait, and then you long press on their hero. So I'm going to long press on his Ned. That brings up his Ned, so I can actually see the gear, I can see the stats, I can see the skill ability level and all that, but this is what I'm focused on. You'll see that his Ned has 65,300 hit points, okay? I'm not even going to drill down to the exact amount because the change will be big enough that you'll see it. It's not going to be hard to see, and this happens to every hero in every team you match with. It doesn't happen to your team, unfortunately, or that would be really cool, but it happens to the enemies that you match with. So remember this total. His Ned has 65,300 hit points, okay? Let's go back into the battle screen and let's take this same guy and let's attack him. Battle. Now, when we look at his Ned, what do we see? 82,695 hit points. Now that's a big deal. That's a big deal right there, folks. That's over 20,000 hit points different. I mean, math, I don't know exactly. I'm not great at math, so I'm not going to sit here and do the math. But it was 60-something thousand when we looked at him before, and now he's 82,695 hit points? That's crazy. And that would be the same for every single person on the enemy team. They would show one thing before and then have a huge addition to each one of them after. So if you went into that battle with somebody that was relatively around your power and you thought, okay, I got a chance of beating this guy, and then you match up with them and go into it and it adds 20 to 40,000 hit points per player against you, you're now looking at a match that you can't win because the power level of that team has went up dramatically. Okay, now I don't know why it's doing this, but it's doing it to every single person you fight. Every team, every hero that you fight. It's not doing it to my team. I'm not getting an additional buff in hit points, but they are. And that's a big deal. Okay? So I could do this all day long. I could sit here and show you every single match. It would be the same, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this match so that I can get out of this screen, and then we'll talk about something else. But that right there is what I was trying to show you in the first video, and like I said, the video screwed up and I don't know what happened, but that showcases what I'm talking about right there. The developers have to know that this is a thing because this could cause you to lose matches that you would have otherwise won, and it wastes your energy. If you had to buy energy refills with your gold to keep on playing, then you just wasted your gold. And yes, I know that the boards, some people will say, but the boards are random, so it could go either way anytime. Yes, I get that. But when you go into a battle thinking a Ned has 60-something thousand hit points, and then he ends up having over 80,000 hit points, and that happens to every single player on the enemy team, that's a big deal, okay? And that really frustrates me because that's something that causes me to lose my time, my energy, my trophies, frustration. I mean, come on, it's bad. So it really needs to be fixed. One of the cool things about this whole situation, though, like I was telling you before, is as I was making the video and as I was going over the issues on my other video, he actually got a response from the support team that says, yes, we're aware of it and we are fixing it. And I'm going to show you that right now. It says, thank you for reaching out, and I'm grateful for the screenshot ahead of time. I appreciate you taking the time to report this to us regarding the discrepancy in opponent team statistics when viewing the team preview and then during actual battles. We apologize for the frustration and concern this issue has caused, especially with your competitive score at stake. I'll be happy to share some information with you. I'd like to let you know that there's a fix available in the upcoming game update, so make sure to periodically check your app for the most recent version of the game. So basically what they're doing is right here they're telling Bug Tester, my house member that raised this issue with them, that they're aware of it and they're going to fix it. So that's super cool right there. I hope I didn't just mess the video up by leaving the app because I think that may have been what happened the last time I made the video. I don't know. BlueStacks is really buggy, and I hope that didn't do the exact same thing this time. I think that may have been what happened when I was recording the first video. I kind of switched screens here and there, paused, did a few different things, and was checking other games while I was paused, and I think that may have been what caused the screen to freeze. But anyway, that was the issue I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to show you the bug. I wanted to make you aware of it so you would know what's going on. If you're seeing a team that you know you can beat and then they all of a sudden demolish you, this may be playing into that for real, especially when your team has the capability of having like 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 or so thousand hit points more than they did when you chose to fight them. Yeah, that's a big deal, okay? That's a big deal. So yeah, and I wanted to prove to you that that was going to get fixed. So thank you very much to my house member Bug Tester for bringing that issue up. I appreciate you. I appreciate your ideas, and I appreciate you guys for watching my content. So I know you had 1,000,001 things you could have been doing today, but you chose to spend this time with me, and I super appreciate you. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again in my next video on Game of Thrones Legends. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a chance to have some fun in Game of Thrones Legends today. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Peace.